I am live. Good evening to one and all, and welcome to this Thursday night, which means it's Spirit Quest with your host Paul Francis. Me. So this will be the last show I'm hosting from this particular premises, as we are really close to moving into our new home. Um, but anyway, nonetheless, Spirit Quest, all about you guys, not about me. The show itself is about well, you guys take control. So it's all about questions, Q&A, discussion, interaction, all that kind of stuff. All the stuff that you want to know. Jill Levin, good evening. Welcome to the show. Good to see you. Thanks very much for being here. And if you've just joined me, which you have on YouTube, make sure you smash that like button. Smash the like button. Lovely to see it. Thank you very much. Lynn's just joined us. Good evening, Lynn. Welcome to the show, as always. Like I say, tonight is the final night, or sorry, the last show in this particular property. Not the last show in total. Well, I hope not. Carolyn Hawkey, welcome to the show. Good to see you. Thanks very much for everybody for being here. If you've already been here, make sure you smash that like button. That's really important. Boom, right down there. Hit that like button and then share the show, please. And thank you very much. How can I open to spiritual community? How can I open to spiritual communication to spirit? Says Jill. Well, first and foremost, it's a process of well, you have to close down to open up. I know that sounds like almost like a politician's response, but it's a matter of centering. Okay, but it's not just a matter of just opening up the spirit. Here's the big question you need to ask yourself, Jill, and everybody else, of course. First and foremost, Jill, brilliant question. Thank you. Here's the big question now, Jill. You're asking me how do you open up the spirit, and then my response to you is which spirit? Okay, so and I'm not saying that to be look smart arse. No, really. So it's not a matter of learning how to open up and be interactive with spirit. There's a lot more to go with it than that. There's centering, focus, prayer, protection. Centering, focus, prayer, and protection. And then you actually have to learn. There's a lot of. It's not very simple, but it's not very hard. Okay, so I would, yeah, I know you want, of course, you'd want to speak to your loved ones. That's absolutely yes. But when you're opening up to spirit like I am, you're opening up to all spirits, all energies. And that's energies that you might want to talk to for your audience, but also the other energies that might be around. So you have to be aware of what it is you're doing. So now, if you want to be just connected to the friends and family that are in spirit, a quick prayer of protection is going to work. Okay, so a prayer of energy to the to whatever deity that you really choose. But I work very closely with the angels and of course my guides and the higher levels. So I basically then talk to the angelic realm and I ask them to bring in the angels of protection. Excuse me a sec. Beg your pardon. Bring in the angels of protection and then I do an circumference of energy around me for protective energies, reflecting away negative energies and inviting in positive energies. Now, when you're doing that, you want to be open not only to energies of your friends and family, Jill, but you also want to be open to how they're going to connect with you. So let's. Oh, hey, Faye, welcome to the show, my darling. Welcome to the show. And Tracy Hand, welcome to the show. So imagine now. I want everybody to who's watching this show, whether it be right now or later on, imagine that the friend and the family member you really want to talk to, so be it husband, wife, mom, dad, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, etc., etc. Imagine they just go and appear right in front of you. Seriously, this is no joke. I can tell you right here, right now, there is no one watching could handle that. Nobody. Not even this guy. Okay? So for your friends and family to just literally appear in front of you, number one, takes them a ton of energy to do it. Number two, you're not mentally equipped for that to happen. Alrighty? So it's a build up. All right, Jill? So it's a build up of opening up your energies. It's a build up of how they want to connect with you, building that link. And as you start working out in the terms of spiritual connection, it'll get stronger and stronger. And then you'll start feeling, hearing, and repetitive thoughts. Then that's their way of connecting with you. Alrighty. But I am doing we're getting ever closer to the seminars. I will be doing a seminar on meeting your guides. However, it's not going to be as previously designed. It's going to be designed in a completely different way that is going to be really, really acceptable, and a lot of people will be able to get to it, and it's going to be completely clear and crisp and brilliant. I'm so looking forward to it. Right, let's have a look at who's coming through the door. Let's have a look. Lovely Jill's. Faye says hi everyone. Faye said hi to everybody. Okay, make sure you respond. Roger says hi brother, and he's getting ready for a read in half an hour. Good luck with that, and enjoy yourself. It's all about enjoyment at the end of the day. Anne-Marie Reeve says hi everybody. How's it going? Right on. And Carol Miriam says hi Paul. Hi Carol. Welcome to the show. Guys, listen. I really, 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 really want you to smash that like button. It's really important. Okay, smash that like button. Boom, share the show. Jill says, I love your accent. Where are you from, Jill, yourself? Jill Levin, that sounds, is that American? Jill Levin. The name Levinson reminds me. That's the character in, what's that film where oh, I've gone blank on the name of the film now. That will come to me in a minute. Anne-Marie says, shared, liked, and subscribed. Hey, smashing, shared, liked, and subscribed. All in one go. Boom, right out of the park. And don't forget tonight. That's right. Tonight is Faye's Angels. All right, make sure you stick around for that. Don't forget that. Yeah, Jill says, yes, the United States. Yeah, right on. Right from America. Well, my accent's Irish. I'm an Irish fella. Hi, Carolyn, Jill, Juliet, everyone, and everybody's here getting kind of a warm up. So basically, I'm really, realistically speaking, I'm actually Faye's warm up act. So literally, I'm just the warm up act for the real show that's coming on later on. Anyway, Jill, listen, I hope that answers your question. I will be doing seminars very, very shortly. And oh, Faye's Angels is on that was a post. I am Faye. I'm sorry. Is on Tuesday, and I was hoping that you were my guest. I do believe I am actually booked in to be your guest on Tuesday. So the answer is absolutely yes. It's right after. I knew it was right after the show, so obviously it's right after my Reach Across show. So I would definitely look forward to being on your show tonight. Hello everybody, says Julia Evans, and welcome to the show. Had a flat battery, so running late. Hey Julia, I do hope it's a flat battery in your phone. That's all, and not a flat battery in your car. And I'm glad you're here. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it very much. Very handsome. Oh, me? Oh, well, hey. Thank you for saying that. It's very, I'm very gooey about all that stuff. Thank you, but I really appreciate it. So Faye's Angels is on YouTube, as Jill is saying. And Jill, and if this is your first time here, is this your first time at my show? It is. Very welcome. So Julia says, Julia Evans says, my car. Oh my God, that's a pain in the rear, isn't it? Because either the battery's gone, which is going to cost you money, or there's a problem with the electronics, which is going to cost you money. Either way, it's going to cost you money. And I'm afraid no amount of praying is going to fix that. Um, this is where I've got I have big issues with. It's not that I don't believe in the ability to center and focus energy. Of course, I do. It's what I do for a living. But I've heard people say, "I'm going to get down and I'm going to say a lot of prayers for my car." What? Um, if your car's, I mean, don't get me wrong, angels, pull the angels in at every possible opportunity because they love interacting with you. I mean, it's like Christmas every day if you pull the angels in. I've told you the story about my parking angels and my children making me, testing me on the parking angels. They were like, we were going to the cinema one night. If you haven't heard the story, I'll tell you quickly. We were going to the cinema together. We were going to the movies, and the kids get in the back of the car and they were like, "Go on in, go on, Dad. Yeah, tell us about this parking angels." And I went, "Well, I'll just ask the angels to get me a parking slot, and they'll get one for me." And they were, I could hear them going, "He's off his lid. Go on in, Dad." And I said, "Are you challenging me?" And they were like, "Yeah, yeah, challenging you." I said, "So okay, okay." So I switched the car off and I put my hands together and I said, "My dear friends, my dear parking angels, please give me a really good spot outside the cinema." And the kids were in the back and they were like, like this, yeah. I was like, all right. And I got in the car, we drove off. So where you live, at that time, we lived roughly 50 minutes away from the cinema, from the movies. And in we arrived. And as we pulled down into the city, I pulled down into the street where the cinema is. And literally, as I'm pulling up to the cinema, a car pulls out right in front of the cinema and opened up a parking space. So I turned to my kids in the back and went, "Well," and they went like that. So, and from that that moment forward, they believed. So, I say a prayer each time I get into a car. I believe in it all. Angels, archangels, spirits, guides, a lot. Good on you, Jill. Yes, it's one thing believing, it's another thing interacting. Okay, so get stuck in with the interaction. Work past the concept of just, okay, I believe in angels. I believe in angels. I get past that, I believe in angels, and start interacting with them. And you'll just, your belief system, your energy, your whole vibrance will just increase. It's brilliant. I love it. My angel tonight is my nephew, says Julia Evans. That's so lovely to see. I was watching the morning TV show here this morning, and there was a lovely little lad on, and he had been diagnosed with Tourette's syndrome. And I watched his story, and you know what? Tears. I was. He was such a little soldier. He battled through so much. Excuse me. Excuse me. I do beg your pardon. So he battled through so much, and I was so just literally overwhelmed by his drive, his motivation, and his ambition. And I was thinking to myself, this little lad humbles me. I mean, I try my best for people around the world, but this little lad, wow. I don't know if you guys here in the UK caught that this morning about the little lad with the Tourette's, but that literally knocked me back in my seat. I was walking about in a daze for about 2 hours after that, and thinking, what can I do for this little boy? Anyway, let's keep going. Faye says, I'm getting tuned into my angels. Yes, you are, my love. Good to see that. And I'm looking forward to actually aligning you so that you link up with your guides. I think you're going to be a really good medium, Faye. I really, really do. I really do. You've got all the aspects of a good psychic, and I just think as we pull and nourish and expand, I think you'll actually be a really good medium. If I'm 100% honest. Julia says, "Me too." This morning, the lad was amazing. He was, Jules. He was, yeah. Bless you, cotton socks, Paul says Julie Sharp. Sweetheart, bless you. Amarie says bless you all. Thank you very much. So, Spirit Quest is not about me, it's about you guys. So, get the questions going. Let's get the conversation going. Do you remember last week we were talking about your first car and your love of your first car and how that energy spurred up inside of you? And everybody was who were talking about their first car. Everybody was smiling, and I was saying, see what I can do. It can literally change your day. So when you're going through a day, whatever that day may be, whether it's up, down, or indifferent, just refocus your mind. Okay, refocus your mind onto something that's going to bring you happiness or bring you great thoughts, because those thoughts never disappear, and they never the energy that's connected to those thoughts never disappears. So it's there to tap into whenever you need it. All right. Carolyn says, I see signs all around, receive angels. That sounded very Scottish. Carolyn, I see signs all around, receive angels, know all the time, know all the time. Do you do classes, says Jill? Yes, I do. I do seminars, online seminars, so you don't have to, you can be anywhere in the world. You could even be on vacation and you can still tap into the seminars. And the way that I'm about to do this, by the way, is not only will you be a part of the seminar, but you'll be able to revisit the seminar, because I'm about to do a system where it's going to be recorded as I'm working. And those people who are going to be party to that particular seminar are going to be able to revisit that very seminar. So, if, like, for example, if I'm talking like I am now and you miss something, you're thinking, I didn't hear what he said. Number one, you'll be able to say to me, hey, Paul, listen, I didn't really get what you said there, hence the name seminar. And but it's going to be recorded, so you'll be able to revisit it over and over again. So I can't wait to get that going. Carolyn Hockey says numbers. Carolyn Hockey. Oh, you see numbers all the time. Gotcha. I thought you were just trying to be Scottish. Jill says, "What time is it by you?" It's 10 minutes to 8 in the evening, so 7:50 p. Well, 7:48 p.m. here in the UK. Kathy Henley Little's in the house. Good evening, Kathy. Welcome to the show. Anne says to me, Anne-Marie says, hey, my first car was given to me and it was a good car until I left. I let someone use it. That's always the case. Let somebody use your car, gone. Wrecked. Unless you're an idiot like me and you wreck your first car. I was an idiot. I'm not an idiot anymore. I'm very, very, I tend to, I really focus when I'm driving. Um, but back in my teenage years, I wasn't so focused. Sorry. I never hurt anybody though. Jill says, I see 222-323-444-1111. Well, that's why my website and my show is called Paul Francis 111, because the numbers 111 were around me all the time. And then I started interacting with angels constantly, and it was 111 all the time. So that's where the 111 came from. Um, that's great because it takes time to process anything these days. Well, it can be because a lot of people, yeah, different people. I can have 5, 10, 15, 20, 50, 60, 70 people in an audience, righty? And that 70 people, there won't be two people who will be able to absorb the information in the same way. So I have to be aware of that when I'm working, and especially when I'm teaching. I have to be. I will give out information, and then I will discuss that information. And then I'll re go over the information. Do you understand what I mean? I will get confirmation from the audience to say, "Yeah, I get it. I understand what that means." And then I might do things like, "Okay, give me for instance," you know, and then people go, "Oh, da 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 da," and that tells me if they're on if they actually got the information properly and they were able to absorb it and then understand it, and how that information can be used. So my seminars are not ridiculously long; they're short but factual, and I maintain I can have anybody working with spirit inside of 2 hours. So, and I can. So Jill says it's 10 to 2 in the afternoon, so it's just after lunchtime for you guys. So we got a 6 hour difference thereabouts. How much is the class? I don't have the cost as yet because the new way that I'm going to do it will have a cost, and I've got to work that through. But it's not going to be expensive. I mean, let's put it this way: to do the seminar that I'm going to be doing, Meet Your Guides, in the Arthur Findlay College is 500 odd pounds, £550, I think it is, at the Arthur Findlay College, which at the beginning when it was first put together and first brought into into fruition was brilliant. Now it's just a thing. I no, there's a lot of people that are teaching who shouldn't even be practicing, let alone teaching. So anyway, I'm not a politician. I'm not getting involved in politics. Um, so my class won't even be a fraction of that, a really low fraction. In fact, I'm putting together a deal at the minute with the company that is going to be ridiculously inexpensive. I'm trying to put it together so that the cost will be roughly the same as a an hour session with me. Okay. But however, that hour, the cost is not going to be just that seminar. It's going to be for the entire year, not just the one event, the entire year. Okay, so I'm trying to put a deal together, so it's very, very cost effective, and it's going to work out roughly about if you wanted to book a private one-to-one session with me, um, for that cost, you're going to get a year's time with me. So I'm trying to just put it together. Give me a little bit of time. Charlie Connick, hey Paul, how are you? Hey Charlie, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. And listen, if you're all y'all who come and join me tonight, thank you very, very much for being here. But make sure you smash that like button. I really, really need you to boom, bang that like button in. Okay, smash that like button and then share the show not only with your friends and family, but especially your groups, please. And I really appreciate it. Anne Marie says, I see faces in many things floors, walls, clothes, and cabinets. Right, that's good. That's good. But at the same time, feet on the floor. Okay. Now, how can I say this without sounding ignorant? And I don't want to sound ignorant or I don't want to sound condescending or anything like that. There's a thing called matrixing. All right, Anne Marie. And when I'm saying this to Anne Marie, first of all, brilliant thing to bring up. Thank you very much. There's a thing called matrixing. Okay, and matrixing. What matrixing means is the mind sees what it wants to see. Now, if I go that way and you guys look behind me, alrighty, if you stare hard enough over there, you'll begin to see a shape of a person or a face. Okay, if you let it flow in and out, it'll start to show the shape of a person or even the shape of an energy. It's not actually there. That's called matrixing. Alrighty, and because your mind, because I said there's a shape over there, your mind is looking for it. Okay, your mind will start looking for something appearing in that little window over there because that's called matrixing. Now, I said feet on the floor because that's who I am. You are more protected when you're centered. Okay, and being centered, you're being earthed. You're connected to the ground. And forgive me for I don't want to sound condescending, but not away with the fairies. All right, so you're centered and focused. You'll be far safer. Energy will show itself to you all the time. It's just how it wants to show itself to you, and B, how you're open to receiving it. Alrighty. Um, but just because you see a shape that looks like a face doesn't necessarily mean it's a face. Alrighty. So try and maintain a healthy dose of skepticism because not everything that goes bump in the night is spirit. Sometimes it's just a bump. Okay. Eliminate what it could be, you're left with what it might be. Okay. So when you hear clumps and thumps and bangs and cracks and squeaks and things of that nature, Is your heating system turning off? Okay. Does the water radiators need bleeding to release air and all that kind of stuff? Be proactive towards eliminating what it might be. Then you're left with what it could be. All right. It's always, guys, listen, please, 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 in here, it's normal first, then paranormal. Not paranormal first, then normal. So normal first, then paranormal. Okay? Because paranormal means beyond normality. But the big question is, what the hell is normality? You know what I mean? So I notice this is flying up like that. Tracy, just give me a private message if you want to book one-to-ones. Now, that being said, as well, anybody who wants to book one-to-ones for their, like as a Christmas gift for people, then contact me, message me, or email me, and then it gives me an opportunity to get the gift certificate sorted for you, so that you can present that as a gift if you want to do that as a Christmas gift. Angie Carnes. Angie, welcome to the show. And first and foremost, but secondly of all, can I say come out of Facebook? Come out of Facebook and go across and must be spirit downstairs. That's my two German shepherds and my little the one, the yappy one. That's Holly. Okay, she's the one that sparks them all off. So don't know if you guys can hear them or not. Uh, So what was I saying? Oh yeah. So if you want to book a one-to-one for a Christmas gift for somebody, private message me and I'll sort that out. Okay. Angie, first of all, then I was going to say, Angie, come out of Facebook. All right, come off Facebook because I'm pulling further and further back from Facebook. Facebook is all AI and it's filled full of idiots. All right, people who try and jump into the show and pretend that they're psychics and all this rubbish, and Facebook won't do anything about it. So I'm losing all confidence in it. So Angie, come out of Facebook, go into YouTube, and at the top, at the research bar at the top of YouTube, just type in Paul Francis Medium, okay, and it'll bring you right back to this show, right back here. Then I would ask you to subscribe. Please subscribe to the show, all free of charge, by the way. Subscribe to the show, and then hit the little notification bell, the little icon, the bell icon, and what that will do is will tell you every time I'm doing a show. So every time I do a new show, it will say, hey, by the way, Paul's got a new show coming out. Here, it's going to come on at this time. Or if I do uploads, if I do like a meditations upload or a data upload or a podcast or something like that, you'll be told just because you subscribe. Now, you're coming in at the right time because there's an extra bonus for all of you guys who are subscribed to my channel. Just for subscribing to my YouTube channel, okay? Just for doing that, I'm going to give everybody who subscribed to the channel a free copy of my album as a Christmas gift and a download, okay? So that'll be obviously happening in December. And then you'll be able to download the entire album Ring free of charge as a gift from me to you guys, just for being here and just for supporting me. And thank you. Now, Angie says, you before, although but pleased to meet you. Well, Angie, it's my pleasure. Thank you for being for coming here, and thank you for giving me your time. I really, really appreciate it, and I don't just say that lightly. I genuinely do. I think they show it in our abilities to see them. Let me just read that. I've missed that. I need to read that again, Angie. I think they show it in our abilities to see them or know the difference. I'm not too sure what you're saying there, Angie. So I'm going to take a stab at what I think you're saying is. They do show themselves, and they show themselves in multiples of ways. Not always a "Pum, I'm right here and right in front of you," because that would scare the living life out of most people, and even possibly cause a heart attack in some. And you can be like, oh, "I'm going to be joining you in a minute. Hang on," off. So they won't just go boom, like this here. Okay, they will. You very often will catch them peripherally in the side, just side of visions. And very often they will let you know that they're around you by smell. For an example, you'll start smelling like a perfume. Sorry, just get this. You'll start smelling a perfume that will remind you of mom or in a cologne that will remind you of dad or grandparents or whatever the case may be. So colognes, perfumes of that nature, also like the smells of baking, maybe the smells of tobacco, pipes or cigars, whatever. So they can create that smell around you, which will get your attention as well. Another way they'll do it is through music. Okay, so you'll start to hear a song that will remind you specifically of that person, and you'll hear, you climb into the car, you switch the radio on comes that song. Now, when things like that happen, I always say to people, immediately check your diary. Is it someone's birthday? Is it someone's anniversary? Specifically, that particular person or connected to that person, because what they could be doing is trying to let you know who's around you. So, but they can and they do interact with you on a regular basis. They don't study our lives. That's not what they do. It's called the next life for a reason. Next life for a reason. In other words, they got stuff to do and they got to get on with it. Lives, be it on this side of the veil or that side of the veil, is about the progression of the soul. Okay, and once you progress that particular soul to a level, you have an opportunity of becoming a guide, hence the name, guide. Um, it's about being patient with them, okay? The way I get really angry when I see people on TV, these so-called ghost hunting groups, and they start taunting spirit, they start shouting and screaming, come on and doing this thing, do this, do that, do the other. And that gets in my nerves, really, because I tell you why. I want you to sit and think just for a few seconds. Just indulge me for a few seconds. What would you do? So you're sitting in your house right now, where you are, but you're in spirit, and in comes an idiot, starts shouting and screaming and thumping about and going, "Hey, show yourself! Come on, show yourself!" You're going to look at him, and any other spirit families around, you're going to go, "Look at this idiot." You know, you're not going to jump through hoops because some idiot tells you to. You're not going to do that. I always say show the utmost respect to a when you walk in, especially not even in your house, when you walk into somebody else's house, show the house respect, show the people who live in the house respect, and then show the energies of spirits who are living in that house respect. And I tell you what, you'll get it back. You'll get the same respect back. I do believe spirit uses objects to make you see them. Yes, they will. They will use various sort of they will use what I call what are they called? I'm going to be a bit blank because I was just thinking something different there. Um, that they'll use things like butterflies, birds. They'll use things of that nature to be their messengers. That's the word I was looking for. They're little messengers. They will send messengers to you. It can be birds, butterflies, things of that nature, and they'll let you know that they're around you that way. Angie says, "How can I come off Facebook?" Just switch it off. Just go click out, turn it off, and click and open YouTube, Angie. And at the top of YouTube, just type in Paul Francis Meeting. So just literally come out of Facebook, or just switch it off. As if you're going to switch off your phone for the evening. Just come out of Facebook, switch it off, click on YouTube. Top of YouTube, just type Paul Francis Medium in the little search area. It'll bring you right back to the show. Subscribe to the show, click the little bell icon, and you're off and running. Faye, bless her heart. There's Faye just put up a YouTube link for you guys to be able to go for there. Alrighty, so good to see all y'all. Wow, that's a wonderful gift. You're making me emotional. Oh, well, I hope emotional in a good way. I had a widow make a heart attack. Not fun. I can imagine. I can imagine, Jill. I suffered with a few of those myself. To be honest with you. I had a few heart attacks. It's not fun. Um, I had luckily enough they were mild, and the whole pain going right across down my arm. Oh, it felt like somebody hit me with a sledgehammer. That's what it felt like. Jill says my angels made sure that I stayed alive. Actually, I think it was a mom figure around you. There was a mom or a grandmother figure around you who was really hanging on to you and really protecting you. I'm really getting this lovely, lovely, genteel kind of a lady around you. Okay, I don't do reads on a Thursday night. It's all about discussions and motivations, and it's all about learning. Thursday nights is about that. Um, Tuesday nights, reach across. That's all about reads. But I'm getting this impression of this lovely lady, genteel in her way, but could be firm. Could be like, you know, when I've made my mind up, it's made up. Okay, but was very, very focused on things being even, things being balanced. Fair is probably a good descriptive of this lady, but she was really around you a lot. Alrighty. Um, my husband sends me songs that I listen to. Yes, yes. Provoking. Yeah, I can't stand those idiots that provoke people. It drives me nuts. It's disrespectful. It's just completely and utterly disrespectful. I don't like it. Faye just used those very words. That is so disrespectful, the taunt spirit by shouting at them. And I always thought that it was stupid, even when I didn't know. Yeah, it is stupid. And it's, that Zach Baggins. I mean, he started off really, really well. He started off doing everything right for the right reasons. He had interacted with spirit. He had seen. I mean, there are two different things. There are ghosts and there are spirits, and they're two different things. And he wanted to find out more about what was going on. And then he got to the point where fame took over, and that's when he went downhill. Right. So let's go on down here. Righty. So where are we? Okay, good. So Thursday nights is it's not about me, it's about you guys. It's about you discovering, learning, and asking questions. And please, please, please do not feel um don't feel like, yeah, I can't really ask him that question. Just ask questions. Okay? Please ask questions, because even though I may have heard that question before, I haven't heard it from you. Okay? And secondly of all, when you ask a question and I give you the answer, not only you learn, but everybody benefits from it. So please ask questions. I love it. Lately, a couple of mornings, I woke up with music going off in my head. It was beautiful, big quark and strings, timpanis, timpani drums. I kept thinking it was throughout all mornings. Well, okay, all right. Well, okay. The good thing about that is, Faye, if you're getting it on a regular basis, someone's trying to get your attention. Now think who would have been connected to that style of music specifically, whether they be a musician or whether they be an avid lover of that particular music. That's a big, big thing. Jill says, "What's the difference between?" I'm going to assume you mean between ghosts and spirits. Okay. Well, to bring it all down quite quickly, a ghost is kind of a replay of time. Okay, it's more of a let's go back to the 1980s when you had videotapes. So you put the videotape in, and the machine would play it and rewind it and play it and rewind it and play it. Now you will see the ghost, and you'll go, "What the hell was that?" You'll react to the ghost. You will, because you're just seeing something that really shouldn't be there. It won't react to you because it's just a caption of time replaying constantly. Now that'll replay whether you're there or not. You just happen to be there and see it. Okay, that's a ghost. So it's built into the fabric of the area, be it in a property, be it in a house, be it in a barn, be it in an area outside. For an example, there's a lot of ghosts seen on the Trail of Tears. So that's those the energies that have implemented that particular area, and you see that replay of that energy, and that's a constant, and that's a ghost. Spirits are completely different. Okay, they're also made of energy, much more focused energy. Now you will interact with a spirit, and it will react to you. That's the difference. I love it. I kind of love it as in a giggle way when they go, "Oh, this is intelligent interaction." Intelligent interaction. So that tells me that you haven't made contact with a lot of spirits if you call that intelligent interaction. Okay, interaction is that's it. Intelligence can be the not to, I tell you what I heard on a paranormal investigation on TV. Okay, one guy went, okay, if there's anybody here, please knock once for yes and twice for no. Think about that. If there's anybody here, please knock once for yes and twice for no. If there's nobody there, how the hell are they going to knock twice for no? Anyway, moving on. um, Anne Marie says, my new kitten has many personality traits of my 14-year-old cat that's passed away. That is very, very common. That is very, very common. Okay. Holly downstairs, she actually reproduced the traits of my little boy, my little pup, who was run over and killed Brewster. And Brewster used to have his little thing, his little ways. And he'd come in the morning, he'd jump up in the bed, he'd start nuzzling me, like pushing me, and he'd start pulling at me like, Dad, come on, get up, let's go, Dad, come on, come on. And then he'd jump down on the floor and he'd walk over to the door and he'd look back at me and say, well, come on, get up. So when Holly arrived in our house, she had been rescued, so she was very, very nervous. And the first day, all she wanted to do was shake, and she was scared. So, second day, she started trusting us a little bit more, and she started being more interactive. Third day, she started being kind of walking around the house on her own. Fourth day, she jumped up on the bed, started pushing me like that, jumped down on the floor, and stood by the door and went, "Come on." And I was like, "Oh my god, she's doing exactly what Brewster is doing by within 4 days." So, yes, I believe wholeheartedly that they interact with each other. And I believe that it's very often that they will come in spirit form and say to, like, for example, I think Brewster turned up and said, Holly, do this. Okay. Because he needs, because I was very, very sad because weirdly enough, my next door neighbor at the time actually ran my dog over and didn't even stop to look after it. So I was 6 ways from Sunday, as the old saying goes. Anyway, let's not go negatively. Let's keep positively going. There she is. Dawn Hatham's in the house. Everything's going to be good now. Dawn's here. Dawn, good to see you, darling. Welcome to the show. My cat that passed in August used to howl at my headboard where my husband used to sleep. Well, no reason why not. You've seen many, many places in the past. Sorry, many places. Why I said places for, I don't know. You see situations in the past where a particular dog will go and lie on the grave of its owner and stay there until the night time and then go home. Well, they know they have an interactive connection that we don't. That's silly. There is something special about our cat. She seems to be so wise and picks up when there's energy around. Yeah, yeah. Okay, well, animals are because thing about it is the human race. We never had any issues in the past about um, spirit. We didn't have any issues about ancestors and things of that nature. In fact, the Native Americans still do it. It is when we got stuck. It was when we were commanded not to do it that it was suppressed and it was sold to us on the back of it's evil and it's against God's law and blah 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 and crap like that. And still to this day, I still get earache of those people who call themselves holy. Okay, and they say to me things like, "You shouldn't be interacting. How do you know you're not interacting with Satan?" And I'm like, oh, Jesus, please bless me with some confidence. And they'll say things like, "You're not supposed to interact with spirit," and I'll say, "Why?" And they say, "Because you're not ordained." Actually, I am, but there we go. I say things like, "All right, okay, and you got ordained?" And they went, "Yes, I'm an ordained minister or I'm an ordained priest or whatever the case may be." I went like, "Who ordained you?" There's another person, right? Probably a bishop or a cardinal, right? Somebody ordained you that way, right? Or did Jesus appear? and just go, "You'll do for me." It even says in the spirit. It says in the Bible. In the Bible, it says, God says, "I shall speak through man spiritually." So let's drop all the rubbish and get on with the fact that our friends and family who are in spirit have the capability to interact with us, and they do it to with people who are highly attuned to that particular type of energy. And there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing sinful about it. And if it was God's command that we couldn't interact, then we wouldn't be able to. He would just go to me, "Phoom, you can't do it anymore," and it'd be gone. And he would tell everybody in spirit, "You're not allowed to do that." Okay, I am pretty confident there is a like a thing of rules, because I've always said to them, "Tell me what it's like," you know, "Tell me what it's like," and they won't reveal stuff. So there you go. Uh, Jill says I got new cats and they do not do it. They may just give them time. Give them time, Jill. Everybody seen Dog's Journey movie? Oh my god, I cried buckets. That's because you're a big softy. I had a beautiful cat as a child called TC, or dee dee diddle diddle dee 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 diddle diddle dee 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 diddle dee dee. Top cat. Now as an adult, why I'm terrified of cats for some reason. Okay, why would you be terrified of cats? I would approach that on a metaphysical level. In other words, I would go and see somebody about hypnotherapy for that, because there's no real reason why you'd be terrified of cats. By the way, no real reason. Kathy says my husband passed 4 years ago to this day. Oh my goodness. I don't know what to say. It's always difficult to reply to that, other than sending you all our love, which I genuinely mean, and sending you all of the strength that you need to interact with him. All right. To this day, my husky sleeps next to my hubby's recliner. Two things that we doing. He'll be picking up the smell of your hubby, and he'll be picking up on his energy. What a beautiful thing, though. What a beautiful thing, because obviously they're saying your hubby's close to you. Uh, you're more Officer Dribble. Love you too. Thanks very much. Cats are awesome. They keep negative energy away, and they are healers. That's a very big possibility. See, the Egyptians believed that the cats were protectors. Okay, the Egyptian people believed that the cat was the protector of the underworld or spirit world. So they even use it. Have you ever seen the movie The Mummy? In the first movie, The Mummy, when he picks the cat up and shows it to the mummy, and the mummy goes, "Oh my god," disappears out the window. So cats were really looked upon as being the protectors. So here we go. Look at that. We're talking about this. I'm going to give you another big heads up, right? Spirit energies of animals can interact with us as well, and they can let you know they're around. I remember one night I was doing a seminar, a show, and I literally picked up a horse, and it just went this here and stood beside me like this. And I looked over, and people couldn't obviously see what I was looking at, but I was looking. I could see this horse, and it said. Now I've never obviously thought about this, because my mind sort of went. It's be able to interact in a way that my guides can interact with it and telling me verbally what it's saying. And it said, "I'm with the person in the front row." And I said, I just came to the front row, and I went over to the area where it was making me feel. And I said, "Can I ask, is there somebody here in this row here, next three or four, five seats? They lost a horse, or a horse passed away, or they had to, put a horse down, but it's a horse." And this girl started crying. She said, "Yeah, I had to, last week I had to put my horse to sleep, but for whatever reason." And I said, "He's right here." And I described the horse. Oh my God, tears, beyond words. But yeah, horses can. cows and donkeys and cats and birds and fish, whatever. And, they've often said to me, "Oh, tell them we've got this, tell them we've got that, whatever the particular animal is." So the animals go, it would seem, to the same place we go. But the other side of the coin is, ladies, if you think you're going to come back as a cat and have your tummy stroke, nope, not how it works. I saw my deceased cat from the corner of my eye walking to the cat dish. Yeah. And you'll also see things like indentations in the bed. You'll see, they're still capable for how, I don't know. Please don't ask me because I don't know. They're capable of leaving hair behind, so dog hair, cat hair, blah blah. Um, so many feathers have appeared, and they people have said to me, "Oh yeah, I lost my parrot or I lost my bird," or whatever the case may be. And birds' feathers have appeared, just out of nowhere. So yes, they have a way of doing that. Egyptian god of death was Anubis, which was a dog. Yeah, he had a snout and ears like a um, basically like a greyhound, that kind of a look. But cats were the guardians of the underworld. Yes, says Jill. Guys, would you believe I'm nearly up on the hour? So be a good idea if you got any questions. I rescued my 17-year-old cat when she was 15. I rescued my 17-year-old cat when she was 15. Okay, maybe I'm misreading that in some way. I rescued my 17-year-old cat when she was 15. She was so skittish. The first, I think you mean when you were 15, you rescued your cat Faye. Is that right? Um, she was so skittish. The first 2 years, she would only stay on the second floor. All right, that's interesting. Now she's all over the house. Keep us in the salt shack. Yeah, yeah, that's interesting. Why she would feel that she only could feel comfortable on one floor. Interesting. I love looking into stuff like that. Really. I felt them jump on the bed, and I felt my husband bump the bed. Yeah, no reason why not, Jill. But remember, Jill, as well, my darling. Um, oh God, here we got another an idiot. Matthew Adienju. There's a real name for you right there, huh? Okay, there we go. Let's block this idiot. Okay, I would definitely not go to that person and get a read if I were you guys. All right. I'm glad I caught you live today, usually at work, but I'm glad you did as well, Jill. Please do come and see us on. Well, actually, next Tuesday is going to be a big night, isn't it? I'm going to have my show Reach Across Live, and then I'm going to see Faye directly afterwards. So looking forward to all of that. The cat was 15. She had been given up by some. Oh, right, you took her in because you are a wonderful soul, Faye. That's why. Um, are animal souls separate from our souls? And can we come back as an animal? No. Yes, they're separate, Kathy. Yes, they are. And no, we can't come back. You can't come back as a horse, cat, dog, or whatever. You can't come back as any of that stuff. Um, by the way, that was me being an idiot. I wanted to get rid of this idiot here who's, for some reason, I can't seem to get a hold of his information now. This Matthew guy. I want to get rid of his this thing here, or whatever that is. I can't get rid of it. Oh, hide current comment. There we go. There we go. I'm glad you caught me, Jill, as well. Please, 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 please come back on a weekly basis and be a part of our show. So no, Kathy, you will come back as a human and not as an animal. So sorry if you want to come back as a cat, not gonna happen. No, Kathy, they are with us. They are with us and in spirit form. They will come back as spirit as well. We will come back as human form. We can come back as either. male or female. So there's a lot of people who's had past life regressions, and they were a couple of lives back they were a woman, but the last two lives they were a man. So it's possible. My sister won't be happy. She always said she was going to come back as a bird. Yeah, she's not going to be happy. Hi, Penny. Welcome to the show. You've come in right at the end. I'm nearly at the end of the show, but I will be back on Tuesday night, so come and join us on there. We will meet our pets again. Definitely will, Karen. And when we cross over, we've had many rescues over the years. Oh gosh, yes, we will. They will definitely be part of our lives. How do you know if a spirit's like? Let's read that again. How do I know if a spirit likes the spirit dish left for them? How do I know if spirit likes the spirit dish left for them? Says Anne Marie. Spirit dish. That's a new one. What's that about? Um, is my back playing up? Yes, it is. But anyway, let's. I want to get to Anne Marie's question here. Spirit isn't bothered about the physicality, Anne Marie. They're not. It's very, very kind of you to do things for them. You know, it's very, very kind of you. In fact, the fact that you acknowledge them, that is the big energy. Okay, they can sort of react and connect with that particular energy. But for an example, if I call that a spirit dish, they wouldn't be that bothered. They're not really. They're not. It's not. We're thinking of it from this side, and it's not from that side. Okay, so they don't really kind of like. They don't care really much about that. They're more in tune with you as a person, and more in tune with you of where you're going as a person than they are about something like an object. An object. And again, that's another thing that I see on some of these ghost hunting shows. Oh, this ghost has completely invaded a doll. God, give me strength. Spirits do not invade a doll. Okay, I don't care how bad. And these. Let's not go there because I'll just end up getting annoyed. How do I find my path? Says Penny. Yeah, honestly, it's down to you. That's not down to anybody else. Spirit doesn't command, or they will interact with you and they will help you, but they don't live life for you. That's down to you, Penny. So weirdly enough, I was talking about this only yesterday. I was literally talking to people, and I said, at the end of the day, I ask this question all over the world. I said to people, okay, what do you want? And I said to them genuinely, I say, what is it that you really, really want? And a great majority of people don't know. And so I said to them, how the hell are you going to achieve if you don't know what you want? How is it possible for you to achieve your goals if you don't have any? Oh, I've got goals. What's your goals? Well, I kind of want to be successful. No, that's the result of a goal. What is it that you want? So once you've got established in your mind what it is you really, really want, then it's up to you to make it happen. Spirit can open doors, but it's up to you to walk through the doors. They're not going to live your life for you. That's your job. So finding your path, my darling, is what fills your heart with joy. That's your path. Okay. When you get up every morning and all you want to do is sing, then you're a singer. That's what you do. If you get up every morning and you cannot wait to get into the kitchen to bake, then you're a baker. Okay. Whatever it is that you really, really want to do, whatever's in your heart, that will guide you to the path where you want to be. And if you're finding an obstruction in your spiritual path, then we got to look at the obstruction, because it's got nothing to do with spirit. What is it that you feel is blocking your pathway, as you might want to call it? So that is a completely different. It's actually one of the seminars that I do, and it will be in one of my seminars in the new year. It won't be this side of the year because I've got too many to do this side. But anyway, guys, it's 1/2 past. I've been here for a whole hour, and it's just gone boom, straight past. Spirit Quest is going to be here each week for you guys, but don't forget, I will be doing my shows only up until the first week of December. Then I'm taking time off for my family for Christmas. Already gonna spend time with them. I will be in and out, of course, over that time doing pop-ups. But as for shows, I'm sure you will afford me some time off for my family. Come and join me again Tuesday night, and right after my show on Tuesday night, you will have myself as a guest, which I'm really looking forward to with Faye. Okay. I know she did say it shot past, but I wasn't able to stop it in time. She said she was going to ask me about something. Faye, you still with me? Are you still here? Do pop up for a second. Every day I'm working to do DIY gardening. The last 2 years I haven't been trained in either, but have learned so very much. That's because you enjoy what you do. Okay, I've always taught my children only choose a career that you love. Only do something you love, because in that you will never work a day in your life. Because when you do something you love, you don't have to work at it. It's automatic. It'll all be there. But Faye mentioned something that you want me to be a theme on the show on Tuesday, but I'm looking forward to that. Spirit dish is food left out for them. They don't eat physically. You will do a lot more for them if you leave like crystals, if you leave like energy based stuff that they'll. But you know what, Anne Marie, sitting down, thinking them, and sending them love, strength, and talking to them like you're in the same room here, they love that. They love that. It's common in the indigenous culture, right? Okay, it's not for me to challenge that in any way, shape, or form. If that's what brings you love and you do it, you carry on doing it, girl. All right, you carry on doing that. Thank you so much, Paul. Looking forward to Tuesday. Me too. Yes, Phase Angels, 4 p.m. Central Time and 10 p.m. UK time. So I will be on 7:30 till 9, and then I get a break for an hour, and then I'm straight back on again with Darling Faye at 10 p.m. UK time. And I'll be on for as how long that she makes me stay in the classroom. I want to talk to you about angelic experiences for one. Yeah, Faye, I am your guest. You can ask me whatever you like. So, thank you so very, very, very much, guys. I have Crystal email. I have Crystal email of my house, and I have Portal as well. Um, Thank you very much for being here, guys. I really genuinely appreciate it. Please, please, please continue to share the show. Don't forget to like the show. It's really important because to be able to keep this show on YouTube, I need it constantly liked. And please, please, please invite your friends and family to come and be a part of the show. Now, as for this show, as for Tuesday nights Reach Across Live, for those of you who bring 10 new subscribers to the show, 10 new subscribers to come in, subscribe, hit the little bell icon, I will give you a 15-minute free one-to-one session with me. If you bring in 20 new subscribers, and there's no cost involved. So if you get 20 people to come in, subscribe to the show, and hit the little bell icon, I will give you a half-hour free session with me. Okay, no cost. Okay, so motivate. Okay, looking forward to it. Have a fantastic weekend. Don't forget to watch out for Roger and Faye and This Mug's for You on Saturday. And I will see you all very, very soon. I won't see you this Saturday for sure because we're very busy with the family here at the house, and then we're doing something else. Um, and things are coming into play. I think we'll be in our house before Christmas. Can't wait. Can't wait. Anyway, thanks for your support. Thanks for your love. Communicate, appreciate, and validate everybody in your life so a medium never has to do it for you. Take time out every single day just for yourself, just for you. Take time out. Switch off your cell phones, your mobile phones, turn off the house phone, and just take time for yourself. Okay? And make that happen every day, at least 15 minutes. Come and join me Tuesday night, 7:30 p.m. UK time, and I'll see you all then. Good night. Oh, Faces, thank you for another great show. Only because you're here. Thanks very much, guys. See you all very soon. Good night. God bless.